Hey, this is Josh with AboveAndBelow.Marine. I got a lot to cover today, so let's get right into it. This boat, we did all the lithium batteries, and we redid all the solar, except for the solar panels themselves. We redid all the solar components, the inverter, charger, all that good stuff. So let's just kind of go through it real quick. So you have your inverter, which takes AC power and puts it into DC power, but it also takes DC and puts it back into AC. So when you're off the grid, you still have your outlets and stuff like that. One of the other things that's in this bundle is the shunt is back in there in the corner. That measures the state of charge for the batteries, which basically will tell this an accurate reading of what the batteries are right now. So it'll tell the screen downstairs as well. We'll get into that in a second. We did the batteries. There are 4 300 amp hour 8D lithium batteries. We installed a remote battery switch as well in there, which is up here. You can turn your batteries off from up here. That is your battery switch, and now they're back on. So we did that. We put in the communications unit, which is the Serbo GX. We put in its own Wi-Fi. It's a DC powered Wi-Fi modem as well that Victron sells. We put that in there as well as a backup, just in case they're off grid and the Starlink goes out. They always have that backup just in case. We got the solar charge controller that takes the energy from the solar panels and converts it into good usable power for the batteries to charge them. Everything's Victron on this boat. Victron is the best in the business. They give you every integration that you can think of. So here is our screen. Alright, so now we're in the VRM portal. This is the same thing that you'd be seeing on your screen on the boat. You can see the grid's feeding the inverter with 79 watts. And the solar charge controller is not doing anything right now because it is nighttime. Battery is at 100%. And there's a little bit of power being taken out from the AC and the DC. So this is the exact same thing you'd be seeing in the boat. So now we're going to go into the menu and go down to settings. And we're going to go and look at the generator start stop function that we installed on the generator. So first, you need to go down into the relay and set up the function on relay 1 for the generator start stop. Relay 2 does not have the generator start stop, so there's only one option for it. So do that first. I'm going to go back into settings. And now we're going to go to the generator start stop. We're going to click on that. And the first thing that we're going to do, you can see that it is not running right now and there's no errors. We're going to go down to settings, into conditions, and this is where we set what starts the generator, depending on if you have too much battery current, if you have too little battery voltage. You can set the generator to start on any of these conditions. If the inverter gets too hot, gets overloaded, you can do it periodically. That way you keep everything lubed up and fresh inside the generator. We enabled it on the battery state of charge, which is the most accurate for if you want to keep your batteries in good condition, especially with lithiums. So with lithiums, we can go all the way down to 10%. 10 to 20% is what's recommended. So we went right into 15%. That's when the generator is going to turn on. And then the generator is going to shut off and stop charging the batteries at around 95%. That's what we set it at. The customer can go into the portal just like I am now, or on the screen on the boat, and set it up exactly how they want to. So if you were to do lead acid batteries, I would suggest doing somewhere around 40%, turning the generator on and going all the way up to 100 and then shutting off. It just depends on what you want to do. So we set up the conditions there. So that is the battery state of charge. And if you're like in an RV park, you can put the quiet hours on, just in case people are sleeping, or if you're on a live board and there's people sleeping in the boat next to you, you don't want that generator running. So you can turn the quiet hours on. It won't turn on in those hours, or at least it'll turn on for a little bit of time, and you can press that. So you can keep your generator hours run on this. And like I said, you can see there's no error on it. So you can also go up and we can manually start it from here. I am at the shop right now. We're about 50 or 60 miles away from the boat, and I can start the generator from right here. So the generator is running now. And now it's shut back off. So that's good. You can do that anywhere in the world, as long as this is hooked up to a Wi-Fi signal. And as long as your phone is hooked up to a Wi-Fi signal, you can do that from anywhere in the world. Also, view that from the online portal. And the way that we achieved that was with this series of relays right here. The generator panel here is fed with a negative wire. That's what feeds the generator start-stop. And then the prime is actually fed with a power. So usually it's just either ground or either power. This time we actually had to do both. So we got one start relay, one prime relay. This one sends out a positive signal, negative signal, and then the stop is also a negative signal. So I'll show you real quick. These mean the batteries are on. That means that everything's powered. And you'll see the little red light come on. You see I'm on my shop phone here. I can turn it on from anywhere in the world as long as I'm hooked up to Wi-Fi. So we'll turn the generator on. You can see that prime and start relay. Now they're off. And then we will shut it off. And you can see that stop relay just turned on, sent the signal out to kill it. So, a lot to cover. We did everything on the boat in just a few days, and the customer's very happy. Everything's super, super efficient. Victron's 98% efficient with everything. So, and very, very user-friendly with the mobile app and also the online portal. So, if you guys have any inverter, solar, anything like that needs, give us a call. And until next time, thanks.